Welcome to the start of the new week here on the Way to Win, and of course it is proudly brought to you by Betway, proud sponsors of the newly launched PSL, Betway PSL, which has started on the Saturday and continues the first round of matches right up until Wednesday, the big Tshwane Derby. That is Supersport and Sundowns on a Tuesday, so that is something to look forward to. But we're certainly excited. Everybody's excited about that big sponsorship by Betway. All right, we are going back to Gqeberha, and we're back on the polytrack for Monday racing. Friday's card looked very dodgy, and Monday's card looks slightly better. We do have a couple of open handicaps, open maiden handicaps to look forward to at the early part of the program. All right, without further ado, let's talk to our man on the spot. Once again, it is Mr. Nino Podesta. Nino, we survived Friday the 13th. We live to tell the tale. It is, of course, a new day, a new week, and it starts in Gqeberha on Tuesday.
Yes, good morning, Cecil. Another poly meeting Tuesday at Fairview.
All right, so we've got a local debutant. I didn't do too much here on the high felt, but well bred, and it's in the colours of the Vernus family. This is a 3-year-old daughter of Give Me the Green Light, Ignite the Flame. That is your favourite at 22 to 10. 5 to 2 is the 3 Tartan Queen. 3 to 1, the 1 Cape Flower. It's a 7 to 2 and better by those. Right, the bipot. Do we go on trust that Ignite the Light is going to prove far superior? That breeding will come to the fore. Richard gets a rider for Alan Greff.
People can take a chance. I know they priced it up favourite, but on the last 2 runs on the high felt, she ran 30 lengths behind the field in 2 runs. I know Alan has put a tongue tie on, and it is very well bred, and it's got Richard on. It can only improve in the centre, but I'm not taking that chance in bankering because there's a couple here in this open maiden that if they come back to the best could be competitive in this kind of race. So I've gone 1, 2, 3 and 6 in the bipod, and I'm not even sure that I'll double up, but I just want to survive.
Okay, but you think you will survive, huh?
I certainly hope so.
All right, that's the spirit. Right, that's a bipod. Net outlay 288 Rand, and we are underway with that first of 8 at 20 past 12. That is our preview for Gqeberha. Fairview underway. All right, we are on to that very popular bet, the place accumulator at Fairview. It is a Monday recording for a Tuesday racing, so that second race will get underway at 5 to 1. Now, it is co-favorites, the 1 and Action and the 3 Nice Ray of Light. They are at 2 to 1. And then you're looking at the 2 Hat Hot Hat at 4 to 1. 9 to 2, the 5 Brooksider. The 4 Colonel Green 13 to 2. And the outsider is the 6 Heart of Thieves, who is at 14 to 1. Now, I see Brooksider, who's easy to back at 9 to 2, is the first choice of the computer form. And yet the 4 Colonel Green looks to be a bit of value. I don't know if Nino agrees. But the place accumulator behaved itself. The bipod behaved itself. It was those jackpots and the pick 6 on Friday.
Yes, the pick 6, we had some big results, and I think it paid quite a bit of money.
Over 400,000.
Yeah. Was there any winners of it?
Yeah, there were winners. There were winners. Percentage.
Okay. Yeah, look here. In the second race, obviously that horse that comes from Cape Town, Brookside, well-bred ex-Vaughan Marshall horse, you got to keep an eye on it. Colonel Green in the small open maiden has got a chance, but I thought the 2 main horses here were number 1 in Action and number 3 Nike's Ray of Light. I'm in the camp of number 1, slightly ahead of the 3, because I thought his last run behind Turbo 20, the Candice Bass Raider, was stronger, was a stronger field than what he meets today. So 1 to beat 3, and keep an eye out on the 5.
Thank you very much. 1 to beat 3. So Nino believes that the top 2 in the betting can get us through that first leg of the P. 144 Rand, and you've got to be on by 5 minutes to 1. All right, so you are tuned in to the preview for Tuesday racing at Fairview. We're on the poly once again. It is proudly brought to you by Betway, home of the million jackpot, home of the newly inaugurated Betway PSL, and of course, the home of the soon-to-be-run Summer Cup. All right, let's have a look at race number 3. And of course, that dividend on Friday was 463,551 Rand. There were some winners. But now let's have a look at the betting for that first leg on Tuesday's race meeting. And we've got Gimmy's Lassie, 8 to 10, your favorite. That is Gav Smith and Craig Zaki. The 6 Summer Odyssey, Richard Fourie for the Greef stable is at 9 to 2. And then you've got Montalina, the 2. That is priced up at 5 to 1. Calvin Abeba once again for Gav Smith. So a strong hand for Gav Smith. Nino, Gimmy's Lassie. Yes, Gimmy's Laddie is your favorite horse, but Gimmy's Lassie shouldn't be too far off as well, because you have often made a reference to Gimmy's Lassie as a potential winner, but is costly.
Yeah, he's been, Cecil, he's been very costly to follow lately, and he's let the team down on a number of occasions. I didn't see any excuses last time. He was caught and tired late over the 1,000. Over the 1,100 meters, and now he's going 1,300. For that reason, I'm in the camp of number 2 here, Montalina. She had valid excuses last time, and I think on Tuesday she's ready to run a big race. As you can see, the run behind Mrs. Greenlight. So, and obviously number 6, Summer Odyssey, would be the next choice. So 2 to beat 1 in 6. Those are my 3 horses.
Of course, a box exactor, and should you get Montalina and Summer Odyssey, make it into that frame as the first 2, that exact is worth a lot of money. That's for the first leg of the Pick 6 race 3 off at 1:30. It's a graduation plate for fillies and mares. We're back in Maiden Company and open maiden over the 1,600 meters. We'll see the start of the first jackpot, and that's off at 2:05. Now in the betting, you've got the relocated number 2 Ice Cap at 2 to 1, 5 to 2. The 1 Elusive Martyr. Now the 3 Beijing Boulevard is at 33 to 10. Number 7 Galaxy Moment is at 5 to 1. It's 9 to 1 about the 4 Accumulate, and that does it for single-figured runners. It is 28 to 1 and bet about those. So Ice Cap done nothing wrong since relocating 2 runs, both on the poly, and it's been yielded 2 seconds. The first one, a quarter of a length behind the winner, My True Love, and then the second one, way off the winner, 3 3/4 lengths, but that was still a second. So ready to win, but it is an open maiden. How are you going to play this, Nino?
Well, I think the winner will come from 1, 2, and 3. In the jackpot, I've gone all 3 horses. And in the PR, I went 1 and 2. I think we'll survive with 1 and 2. The problem with Ice Cap is that he tires late, and he goes from a 1,200 to a 1,600. So my concern, I don't know if you'll see at the distance. I don't have a problem with the Elusive Martyr, who ran second over the 1,600 meters. And Beijing Boulevard was 2.5 kilos better with Elusive Martyr. They should be much closer together.
Okay.
So very confident 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3, and just a couple of form updates as we take in that jackpot worth 210 Rand. That is the outlay for that jackpot. Form updates: the 5 Dirty Mimosa on Friday finished 18 lengths behind Lennox Town, and that was over a distance of 2,200 meters. And the 6 Natural Wonder over 1,300 meters finished 4th, and that is 3.5 lengths behind Elusive Hunter. Mr. Donald Geertsen on the 5, and Natural Wonder the 6 Kendall Mini. Out of the maidens, and we're into a merit rated 68. It's over the 2,000 meters. Reminder, we are proudly sponsored by Betway. That is a way to win. Looking ahead to Tuesday racing, our first local meeting for this new week. Now, as far as the betting is concerned, the 2 Walter Whitman is at 14 to 10 in from 16 to 10. 9 to 2 is the 4 Schlantermath. The 7 St. Quintin is at 5 to 1. 11 to 2 is the 5 Maldano. Now the 3 the Inkosana is at 6 to 1. It's 17 to 2 and bet about those quoted runners. That is race number 5. A 2,000 meters a trip. Walt Whitman. Now, the last time I never really looked at what had happened. It had been thrown in the deep end after winning that maiden oh so well. Back against the Meritor 64 Company 1 and is expected to win once again in a similar type of field. Scratched as a 9 San Marzano. Tell us how you're going to play this one, Nino.
Well, I do like Walt Whitman. The previous run, he ran in a feature behind Maccazoli. He was thrown in the deep end there, but last time out, was he not impressive? He finished like a steam train after being slow away and mowed them down like they were standing still. So I think that's the horse they all have to beat, and I'm prepared to ignore the Inkosana's last run on the turf. His polyform is very, very good, and I make that the nearest danger, but confident in the camp of number 2, Walt Whitman.
All right, so that is the 2 for Nino in race number 5, Racing 244 Racing. It's a merit rated 68 and they're going over the 2,000 meters. The last chance to get involved in a jackpot, and that's worth the 210 Rand as a full unit. 2 and 3, as he pointed out. First choice, the 2, and back up with the 3, the Inkosana. You're still with us here on the Way to Win, proudly brought to you by Betway. We're getting into race 6, the last chance to get involved in a pick 3. It's a merit rated 82 handicap. We've lost numbers of 4, Grey Smoke, and the 7, Al Romiachi. So the betting that I'm looking at still has the 4, Grey Smoke in the picture, so you will just have to take this as a guide. It is odds on about the 6 Masked Vigilante, and that is at 19 to 20. The 3 is at 5 rather, is at 3 to 1. That is a 5. Number 3, Lily of the Nile, is at 9 to 2. It is 17 to 2 and better bar those. But that is subject to adjustments due to the scratching of the 4, Grey Smoke, who must have had some sort of a chance to run into the money. Right, Masked Vigilante. When will that next winning turn come? A very good run last time out in the middle stakes against raiding Justin Snaithorse, and that was on the 6th of September on the turf. Back to the poly, which is the preferred surface for Masked Vigilante?
Well, I do think that his best runs have come on the poly. He won over 1,400 meters, and he was beaten by Purple Operator over the 1,200 meters. But he was very, very unlucky on that occasion. And last time they employed different tactics with him, and they sent him straight to the front. But in saying that, he ran an absolute cracker behind a very strong field, including the winner, Inamorare, the Cape Raider from the Justin Snaith stable. So that kind of form will make him a very, very hard horse to beat. So definitely my first choice. And but I've added a few because I saw that Purple Operator has beaten him in the same weight terms. I thought a horse like Lily of the Nile, a big respect for Lily of the Nile on previous Cape form, and Strange Magic, and then that well-looking horse, number 5. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I know it's named after a volcano in Iceland. So 1, 3, 5, 6, and 9 I've added in the jackpot.
All right, so that is race number 6, and that is the pick 3 first leg, 1, 3, 5, 6, and 9. It's a total outlay of 105 Rand, and that last leg of the last pick 3 starts with the first leg at 4:15. All right, so the first weekend of the newly inaugurated Betway PSL is underway. I say first round, I should say, because the weekend saw a few fixtures, and there are a few more this week, including tomorrow's big derby in the Tshwane Derby, which will see Sundowns versus Super Sport. Now, race number 7, this is the last chance to get involved in a double at Quebec's Fairview Racecourse. A form update to give you, or in fact 3. Number 2, Swiss Waltz, finished 4th over a distance of 1,200 meters and was beaten by 2.25 lengths by Tuscan Gold. The 8 winning captain finished 5th, 6.5 lengths behind Holocene, and that was over the 1,400 meters. And in the same race was the 10 Great Times, who finished just in front of the stable companion winning captain in finishing 4th, 5.25 lengths. So those are the form updates. Let's have a look at the betting. The 3 Coastal Path, another favorite to be partnered by Richard Fourie, is at 26 to 10. The 1 Passion Twali is at 4 to 1. 5 to 1 is the 4 Charlie Malone. The 9 Benalong Point is at 11 to 2. It is 7 to 1 and better bar those. This will be a renewal of rivalries, certainly for quite a few of them that are topping the boards in race number 7. Mr. Pedestrian, which way are you leaning? Coastal Path, the right one for you? Or you got a bit of value for us, I'm sure, in race number 7?
I'm sure. I might have a bit of value in a horse called Lady Crusade. I don't know what price that is, but that could be a bit of value. The 2, the 8, and that ran on Friday. I don't know if they're going to take their place on Tuesday, but if they do, then I think Swiss Walt must be respected because he ran in quite a strong field on Friday behind Tuscan Gold. I've put about 7 horses in my jackpot here, Cecil. So I'm not really confident with anything, but I thought that Lady Crusade could be the value in the race. You've got to add in Pashtun Wali, Coastal Path, and Benelung Point. Those are my first 4 picks in the race, but it doesn't stop there.
All right, so it is race number 7. The 5 Lady Crusade, the value suggested by Nino, is actually trading at 14 to 1 at the moment. And that is the first leg of the double. He's gone wide, hoping to find the likes of Lady Crusade coming in to win race number 7. All right, so we get to the last race of the afternoon, and here we hopefully will get a winning quartet suggested by our analyst, the irrepressible Nina Podesta. This is a Phillies Mare 72 handicap. It's over the 1,000 meters, and it is the 6 C Giocha that is at a 3 to 1 Alan Krief and a Richard Free again. And the 5 Miss Shaivi is at 33 to turn. 5 to 1 is the 8 Vision of Will. It's 11 to 2 about number 2 Carbon Cappy. The 1 Ella's Delight is at 13 to 2. There's 12 to 1 and Better Bar those. Good to see Paul Gatsby raiding town. He's got a Vision of Will, who certainly has been a consistent sort, especially on the poly track. All 4 wins have come from 29 outings and overall has had 37 lifetime outings. Now, have you included Paul Gatsby in your selections or you've got other ideas?
Well, I haven't included him in the PA, but obviously it's a horse you got to keep on, but he's jumping from a 10 draw and running first time on the PE poly. The 2 horses I like, and I believe they both will appreciate coming back to the 1,000 meters, is number 6, C Gioca, which is an Italian name that means let's play, and number 5, Miss Shahivi. Now, direct line through Jade Cabernet. C Gioca gave Jade Cabernet 3.5 kilos and was beaten by 0.1 of a length. Miss Shaivi gave Cabernet 1.5 kilos and was beaten 0.25 of a length. So through that, I'm making number 6 my first choice, C Gioca, to beat number 5, Miss Shaivi, and then number 2, Carbon Capi. And the quartet suggestion would be to row 5 and 6 with the field.
5 and 6 with the field. That's the quartet suggestion. The exact box, the 2, 5 and 6 Carbon Capi certainly has been a model of consistency of late on the poly track at Fairview. That's been our preview. Thanks very much to Nina Podesta.